Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and this is my first live when it comes to movies and TV weekly roundups. So as y'all make your way in, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It pushes the video, lets everybody know that I'm live. Of course, share the video and drop your comments down below. Let me know that you're here. And of course, as we talk about the new movies that have come out, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on that as well. So that's what the comment section is for, okay? We can definitely have a conversation. Hey, boo, thank you for being here. Let me find out who was first. Let me find out. It was a few people in the room. I was like, let me let it build up real quick. Because y'all know me and I know y'all. So with that being said, period. Now, on the agenda today, we have the following films. We have Bad Boys, of course, but actually let's go in order. We're going to do Abigail. Now, Abigail isn't that new. It did come out in April, but it's one of the 2024 movies that I've seen that I haven't done a review over, but I really want to talk about it. So put that on there. Tarot is another horror film. That one came out last month, if I'm not mistaken, in May. Whew. We have Not Another Church Movie, y'all. Not Another Church Movie is also on the roster. When I found out about this movie, Not Another Church Movie, first of all, I thought it was Tyler Perry. I said, let me find out. And then immediately it said not a Tyler Perry movie. I said, okay, who real life greenlit this? So we're going to have to talk about Not Another Church Movie. There was a movie I saw like 2 nights ago entitled Under Paris. It's a Netflix release. And if you like shark films, you're going to like this one. And then finally, to round off the review, the weekly review is going to, of course, be the highest grossing movie. Is it of the summer now? It made over 100 million the first weekend opening. Is Bad Boys Ride or Die, aka Bad Boys 4. So don't forget, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop in the comment section, the chat. Let me know that y'all are here, and we can go ahead and get started. So the first movie I wanted to talk about. Oh, and by the way, this is like my first live on StreamYard, so I'm gonna be playing with a lot of buttons. I'm gonna be doing a lot of clicking until I get the flow of the show how I want it to go. Okay, bars. Period. Okay, bars. All right. So the first movie I do want to talk about is going to be Abigail. Okay, Abigail, if y'all haven't heard of what Abigail is, it is a vampire movie. Okay, and on the IMDb, it reads as follows. As soon as my page loads, I should have clicked on the actual page, but that's okay. First off, if y'all have seen Abigail, timestamp this comment right now. Let me know, what were y'all thoughts about this film? What were your thoughts about Abigail? Okay, so if you don't know or haven't heard about Abigail, it says, after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, They retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. Now, I personally went into this movie blind. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew is that it was a vampire movie. That's all I knew. Okay. So when I watched this film, I absolutely loved it. I was pleasantly surprised. Just based off of like the poster, I didn't really think it was gonna be good. But like I told y'all, I didn't watch any of the trailers. Now, according to everyone else, the trailers really spoiled the movie. And because, like I told y'all, I didn't see the trailers, it wasn't spoiled for me at all. And I really, really enjoyed the movie. It was humorous. If you're into movies, it's a bit predictable. However, and it was gory. So, like, what more do you want from a scary movie? There's blood, there's guts, there's humor. Of course, it's a great movie. It's a great time. I feel like all the actors did well, in my personal opinion. The little girl who played Abigail, y'all? Alicia Ware, probably pronounced her name wrong. She did a good job. You know, child actors are either a hit or a miss, and this girl is a hit, and she's going to have a long future, especially when it comes to horror. I didn't dig into if she did her own stunts as well, but if she was literally being a whole ballerina and acting, that girl is talented. Something that I did notice was Angus Cloud, his name in the credits, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that the guy from Euphoria? I didn't watch Euphoria, but you know, I'm in media, so I see things and I read things. So this was the last film he performed in before he passed away. And I'm not going to hold you, it was a little bit eerie, especially because of how he passed away and the type of character that he played in the movie. But aside from that, this movie was really great to me. It was really great to me. I don't know if it could have been any better. What do y'all think? What were y'all thoughts on Abigail? It's my advice that y'all watch it if y'all haven't watched it. I know it is available now on Apple TV and Prime. I do have all these movies listed down in the description box, their release dates and where you can watch them now if you missed them while they were in theaters. Okay. Am I gonna do spoilers? I'm not gonna do spoilers on Abigail. But I already told you my thoughts and opinions. All right. I already told y'all my thoughts and opinions on Abigail. Oopsie. Didn't want to do that. So with that being said, let me see what we got here. People are mixed with the recent Bad Boys movie. I saw a review of the Tyler Perry movie, and the reviewers that aren't a fan of the TV movie. We gonna get to that one. We definitely gonna get to that one. Good things about Abigail. Yeah, I feel like I didn't hear a bad thing about Abigail. The only thing is people said that the trailer spoiled the movie for them. So there was no element of surprise. They knew the little girl was a vampire. And if they hadn't known that she was a vampire and that information was delayed a little bit, then they think that it would have made for a better movie. So, you know, they won me over. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. So our next movie on the chopping block, now we're on the chopping block, is another horror movie entitled Tarot. Now, tarot, if y'all don't know what tarot is like tarot cards, and they tell your future essentially. So this movie in particular is a horror movie surrounding tarot cards. Okay, let's get into it. When a group of friends recklessly violate the sacred rule of tarot readings, they unknowingly unleash an unspeakable, that's a lot of uns, evil trapped within the cursed cards. One by one, they come face to face with fate and end up in a race against death. This is a good plot. They had a good idea. Honestly, it is kind of like Final Destination with cards. If Final Destination was played in a card game, this is what this movie would have been. However, However, it's a typical teenage movie. I mean, they got out of the high school. I feel like with horror movies, they're getting out of high school and they're now moving to college, if that makes sense. Like, it's not high school kids, it's college kids who are about to graduate. So I guess like the characters are kind of growing up with the audience, if that makes sense. They'll probably go back to high school once these actors graduate college. Anyways, a little tangent on that. Where they went wrong is the deaths. So this, I think they wanted to keep it PG-13 so they could get the younger crowd in there. But that really just like watered down this movie for me. How is it such a good premise? And then when it comes to you don't show it. Like, what is this made for TV movie? If you wanted to be like that, you literally should have just made it for TV, because it just took all of the element of scare out of it. Another thing is, I don't know about y'all, but in my movie theater, I don't know about y'all, but in my movie theater, it was so loud where I couldn't even enjoy the movie, if I'm being 100% honest. The scares were just like super loud. I was like this the whole time. So I didn't get scared. But honestly, I feel like that's their own fault, if I'm being honest. Because why is this movie so loud? I don't know if it was the theater or if it was the movie, but that's neither here nor there. The only other thing that I had an issue with, aside from the not scariness of it all, was how long it took for any action to happen. Like, the exposition of this movie was just absolutely way too long. I'm not even gonna hold you. There was a breakout star. First off, hold on. We gotta talk about I can't pronounce her name, y'all. Ivanka, I think. Well, she played in the new Mean Girls, and when I tell y'all I went to see this movie for her, because she won me over in Mean Girls, and I became a whole fan. So when I saw her in the trailer, I said, you know what? Let's go see this movie. So, baby girl, you're the only reason why I went to go see this movie. I'm gonna just hold you. Now, the breakout star for this film was Jacob Batalon. He played Paxton, which is the comedian friend of the group. You know, very diverse friend group, I would say. However, he's like been the breakout star, and he's been the one that's actually been like promoting the movie. He's been the one promoting the movie, even though he isn't the main character or the star, but he's just the most likable character, if we're being honest. So when it comes down to tarot, I didn't give Abigail stars. So let's give Abigail stars. So when it comes down to Abigail, I will give Abigail a solid like 8.5 out of 10 stars. That's my recommendation. So when it comes down to tarot, I'm gonna give tarot probably a 5 out of 10. And the 5 is honestly for the character Paxton that I just showed y'all, my girl Ivanka, of course, and the idea. The premise of this movie was great. It could have been great, but they really wanted to get that money and keep it PG, and that just really made it boring. All right, what did I want to talk about next? Okay, I'm gonna talk about Not Another Church movie next. I'm trying to go in the order in which they were released. So let's go ahead and talk about Not Another Church movie. Be sure on the way in, y'all give me a thumbs up. Even if you drop in and hear me playing in the background, give the video a thumbs up, push it in the algorithm, let everybody know that we are live, okay? Period. Now, Not Another Church movie. As I told y'all in the intro, this movie had a limited theatrical release. It had commercials promoting it. So when I watched the commercial and I found out that, Tyler Perry got a new, this ain't a Tyler Perry movie, I was like, who greenlit this movie making fun of Tyler Perry? I gotta go see it. Because if y'all know me and have been on this channel since I really was movie bae, like really movie bae. Before TV bae, it was movie bae. I am not the biggest fan of Tyler Perry's films. So when they made a parody of his films, I said, I gotta see this. I have to see it. I have to see it. It has an all-star cast. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it has an all-star cast. Well, they have a couple all-star names, aka Jamie Foxx, Vivica A. Fox, and Kyla Pratt was in here. Who else was in here, y'all? It was so many people bro. The big names aren't even on here anymore. They say, get me off of this. I don't want to be tied to this mess. That's it. Because where are they? Their names aren't on here anymore. Okay, here we go. We have to go back to Google, baby. They say, take me out that IMDb. I am not here for this. Okay. Tisha Campbell, Gina. Y'all know. I don't know this man, Mickey Rourke, but his name sounds familiar. And then Kevin Daniels played Tyler Ferry. That's a pun on the name in itself. Matter of fact, that might be the funniest part about this movie, was that nameplay. IMDb gave this movie 2.3 stars, and I'm going to accurately concur with that score because this movie is a parody movie that was not funny. How are you going to make fun of movies or a writer, director, producer and not be funny? When I tell you I was struggling to finish this movie, because I was like, maybe it gets better. Well, now I just got to figure out how it's going to end. How are we going to tie this all in together? Speaking of, what was the plot? What was the plot? What was the story? Especially because one of the jokes in the movie was talking about how Tyler Perry's plots are trash. But you didn't have a plot in your movie. Who wrote this? Y'all, who wrote this? Because I'm getting mad thinking about it. Okay. I'm not, no tea. Who is this Johnny Mac guy? I need to see. Oh, you don't want to put your picture on here? Oh, you don't want to put your picture on here. Okay. But he was on Real Husbands of Hollywood, and I didn't like that show in my personal. But it looked like he worked with a lot of comedians and a couple of things with Jamie Foxx. Oh God, he wrote on BET Awards and not the good BET Awards. Oh wait, yeah, huh? Okay, wait a minute now. I was just very disappointed in this movie. It was horrible, y'all. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Just don't. They tried to make fun of, I can't even think of this character's name in Medea, but stale. Him and Medea's interactions together were stale. Of course, Vivica did a decent job. Of course, Kyla tried to make it work. But you want to know what? That really pissed me off. Oh, and it made Mr. Brown Mr. Brown is a caricature in himself, but this was just, okay, that was a parody of him. I ain't gonna, because if you got a parody an outlandish character, okay, that'll work. But for this to be like one of Kyla Pratt's like comeback or just recent projects, because I haven't really seen her in anything for a hot minute. So I was like, Kyla Pratt? And Kyla Pratt, this is what you took? Kyla? We got to do better, girl. We have got to do better. Hey, Jen. I was literally getting ready for my live while I was watching your live. Thank you for stopping by. The Early Way. Thank you for stopping by. It was trash. Jan, don't waste your money. I wasted $5 on this. Actually, it was somebody else's $5. But I feel bad for wasting their $5. because this movie was horrible. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It was giving Scary Movie 4, 5, and 6. That's all I need to say about that. Let's go ahead and transition, and let's get into some better movies. We went through our horror movies, earlier released horror movies with Abigail, the Vampire Child, Tarot, the Final Destination playing cards, and then the not funny parody of Tyler Perry, Not Another Church Movie. $5 down the drain. Just down the entire drain. So now, going back in the realm of horror, we're going to talk about a Netflix release that came out, I believe, last week. It is a foreign film entitled Under Paris. Now, it is foreign, so I know that usually turns a lot of people off. However, I don't know about y'all Netflix settings, but mine, I usually read subtitles, but it dubbed it automatically, maybe it was automatically because I usually don't have dubs on. So I didn't even notice until I was like, why his lips not syncing up with that? So don't even worry about it. Get the voices dubbed. It ain't that bad because this movie here, y'all need to watch it. I'm not playing. Add it to your list right now, Under Paris. So let's go ahead and get into what exactly Under Paris is and about. Hold on, let me share my screen again. Make sure y'all like the video. Boop, thumbs up the video. If you're catching the replay, in the comment section down below, have you seen any of the before mentioned movies? What were your thoughts and opinions on them before we get into our newest release? Well, one of our newest releases entitled Under Paris. So let's read the synopsis, and I'm gonna tell y'all my personal. Okay. To save Paris from a bloodbath, a grieving scientist is forced to face her tragic past when a giant shark appears in the Seine. I believe that's how they pronounced it. Now, y'all, themoviebae. Let me let y'all in on a secret. themoviebae is deathly afraid of big bodies of water. So this movie is a real horror movie to me. Okay, shark movies are real horror movies to me if they're done right, because most of the type of shark movies that get produced are very much so Tubi, very much so summer vacay, spring break, stupid plot type movies. But of course, foreign movies always save the day. I always say, in my opinion, foreign movies, especially Korean films, they're just better than American movies. Like, they just have a story. No matter how violent, how scary, they have a good story and a moral message. But this one is French. And 10 out of 10, highly recommend. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. This movie had me yelling at the TV at 3 a.m. in the morning. I know my neighbor was probably upset, but it had characters being characters, if y'all know what I mean, in a horror movie. Okay, this is the scientist. Can't remember her name right now off the top of my head. These are basically the two main characters. Her team, and I'm only telling y'all this part because it's in the synopsis. Her team was brutally murdered by this shark they had been studying. Okay, so she kind of goes out, gets out of the business for a little while, lays low, and this girl back here, this annoying teenager, y'all know teenagers in horror movies. Sorry, y'all know kids in movies in general. She is studying that same shark, but she is a little bit more reckless, of course, than trained professionals. Okay, and this is just the River Brigade guy who has actually a similar story to our main character. So all that tied in. This is the annoying ass mayor. I don't want to spoil it, y'all, because I really do want y'all to watch this movie, like, for real. But y'all know politicians. That's enough said. Oh, I don't even know if I can show this on here. How long I've been on here, child? But okay, we good. Period. The gore of it all. Okay. This is a great movie, y'all. It's a thriller. It's gory. It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people dying. It's massacres. Okay. Like, this is literally the best shark movie I have seen since Deep Blue Sea. And honestly, I might put it above Deep Blue Sea because, let me tell you, because it was way more killing. Way more killing. You rooted for the shark. You know what? I rooted for the shark in one particular scene. If y'all have seen it, then y'all know. If y'all have not seen it, you will know. But aside from that, that shark was just like, woo! That shark played no games. I'm gonna say that. Definitely should put this on TV for Shark Week. You're not alone, Bane. I'm afraid I was going deep sea because I don't want to drown. Yeah. So with my fear when it comes to deep sea is I watch, and the crazy part is I watch the documentaries on it and just be and just be scared myself to death. It's so deep and you don't know what's down there. When you get so many meters down, it's dark. Y'all, I'm getting scared thinking about it. You don't know what's down there. And this movie really plays on that because, spoiler alert, the shark that they were studying has grown from normal size as a baby to like 20 times that size for some reason. And that's really what the scientists is trying to figure out. Like, why did this shark grow so big so rapidly? Like, what's going on down there? That's really what they're trying to figure out in the movie, and get her out of Paris because she ain't even supposed to be over there. She's supposed to be like in the ocean or something like that. Okay. So oh, you seen it, Jen? Yes. Very much so. And I was so happy, spoiler, when everything just blew up in her face because it's not rocket science, sis. Delay it. You talking about how much money y'all spent on this triathlon. Look at how much money you about to spend for the damages of the city now. So yeah, you should have just delayed it. Like, it really wasn't that hard. So yes, if y'all haven't seen Under Paris, I advise y'all to go see it. What did IMDb give them? Let's see what IMDb gave them as a score. 5 out of 10. Oh, they crazy. 5 out of 10. No way. No way. This movie definitely gives 8 out of 10. This movie gives 8 out of 10 for me personally. It had a good story and it had lots of action and it didn't take long to get to it. Okay. I don't know. IMDb tripping on this one. All right, y'all. Before we get into the last movie on the agenda, if you are new or you just tuned in, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. If you are watching the replay, in the comment section, have you seen Under Paris? If you're going to leave a comment that's a spoiler, please make sure you put spoiler and then type your comment just so people will know, oh, I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to ruin another plot. MovieBae said it was good. Let me check it out. Okay. So if you are watching the replay, make sure you put spoiler before you type your spoiling comment. All right. So the last movie that we are going to get into is, of course, going to be Bad Boys 4, Bad Boys Ride or Die. Okay. How many of y'all are a fan of the franchise? Me personally. However, this movie, as we all know, was delayed for a certain slap. This movie was delayed for a certain slap. And they kind of let it cool down a bit. And then they wanted to, from what I heard, kind of make up sorry. But I lost my train of thought, child. This is what he did to me. Oh, and Cap died. So somebody put some information out at Cap's name. Of course, he's no longer here, so he's the perfect scapegoat for our crimes. So of course, Mike and Marcus, they are Mike Lowry and Marcus. They are trying to clear their good name of their captain because he didn't do all of this, which in turn makes them the bad guys. Okay. I feel like there was character development for these characters I don't know. I'm not a big action movie person. I'll say that. I feel like in a lot of action movies, franchises, I feel like stories get lost. John Wick. I'm sorry. I just feel like stories get lost. Because with John Wick, I think I stopped after the second one because after that it was really about the action sequences and I couldn't focus on anything other than action sequences. I can't be overstimulated. Action movies really make my head hurt. It's just so much going on at one time. But this movie was not like that. And like I said, they really paid attention to the story and added on to the last movie. You know what I'm saying? Martin, who is usually Marcus, who is usually really fearful and cautious, and ready to bow out at any time. He's now fearless because he's had a near-death experience. Mike Lowry, who is usually the rah, ready to go get him type dude, he's now having panic attacks. So it's kind of like the roles were reversed. And that really made for a good movie, as well as Reggie, who we all know Reggie, Marcus's son-in-law. He had a wonderful character development. And if you have seen it, I know y'all already know what that character development is. If you haven't seen it already, you will be pleasantly surprised with Reggie's character development. He honestly had the best scene in the movie, if you ask me, because I was like, this is like a video game. Okay, Marines. Okay, Marines. What were y'all's personal opinions about Bad Boys 4? Out of the franchise, mine goes as follows. Bad Boys 2 is my number 1. Bad Boys 4 is my number 2, followed by 1 and then 3. I really wasn't a big fan of Ride or Die. I mean, For Life. I don't know why. Something about it just wasn't for me. But this movie, I feel like, did better what they wanted to do in that third movie. Yeah. What were y'all thoughts on Bad Boys? And like I said, the slap didn't stop Ish. And that's on period. Oh, let's talk about this. Oh, I mean, I guess semi-spoiler, but y'all already know it. Marcus's wife is not in the movie anymore. She has been replaced by Tasha Smith. I felt like they were really trying hard to prove that this is his same wife, y'all. We promise. I didn't like that. I didn't like that too much. Will's family is just so eclectic to me. Oh, more controversy surrounding the movie was Tiffany Haddish's scene. A lot of people said that they were not going to watch this movie because she was in it. They found out she was in it. I'm personally not the biggest Tiffany Haddish fan, but I wasn't going to let her small role stop me from seeing the movie. And honestly, her in that particular role, if you've seen the movie, ironically, it fits her. I can see that for her altogether. And I like how my boo, when she said what she said to him, he was like, what? Period. Because who you talking to? Don't play with me, girl. Don't play with me. Well, what were y'all thoughts on all the movies mentioned thus far? Let me show y'all all the movies. Hold on. Ooh. I be thinking real names. My bad. I be thinking real names. So we started off with Abigail, the teenage vampire, Tarot, the Final Destination playing cards, the not funny parody movie of Tyler Perry, Under Paris, and then we ended with Bad Boys Ride or Die. What were y'all favorite movies? What did y'all think about each of these movies that I have mentioned? I do plan on doing weekly roundups of new movies. I am gonna or TV shows, because I honestly was thinking about putting Baby Reindeer in here, but I had already kind of like researched the other movies, and I thought about Baby Reindeer kind of late, so I might slide Baby Reindeer onto my week 2 reviews. If y'all have seen Baby Reindeer, let me know. Y'all want to hear me talk about it or what? And I feel like with Baby Reindeer, I can spoil it. I'm gonna do like a spoiler-free section and then a spoiler section. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because Baby Reindeer is one of the shows that's really good, so I didn't want to spoil it. Under Paris is really good, so I didn't want to spoil it. And Abigail as well. I just didn't want to spoil the really good movies because I want y'all to go watch them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I am gonna do try to do weekly roundup movies for new movies and TV, and I might slide in movies that might not be 2024 new, but they're new to me and I haven't seen them. Okay, period. So don't forget to leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions in the comment section down below. If this is your first time stumbling onto my YouTube channel, let me do a shameless plug real quick. Period. Let me do a shameless plug real quick. This is when I was gonna do trailers, but I didn't want to get copyrighted. Hi, I'm themoviebae. Here I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. I found my lane in throwbacks, honestly. I think that's where I like to stay. And I did that because when it came down to new movies, it wasn't a lot of new movies coming out. And the new movies that were coming out, I didn't feel obligated to speak about them. So I kind of like went back into throwback movies and televisions. So I'm a real organized boo. Okay, I'm an organized bae. I have lots of playlists. So please look through my channel, look through my playlist, see what fits you. I have a little bit of everything. I have competition reality shows. Okay, the latest competition reality show I did was the Traders US. Traders season 3 is coming out. US season 3 is coming out. So if you are a fan of that, make sure you tune in. I did do a hot topics. I do lots of throwback movie reviews. Most of them are Black content related, but I also have just anything that I saw as a kid, rewatching it, like 13 and Jawbreaker as well. They're also on there. So that is, how I get this out. There you go. I have HBO Max reviews, Netflix reviews, Prime Video, Throwback Reality, Ratchet TV. P-Valley is coming back out. I review P-Valley. College Hill is coming back out. I reviewed that as well. So make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for any new projects that I upload. Basically, if you enjoy my commentary, stick around, hit the notification bell, and stick around. All right. The summer box office season is where the good stuff comes out. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Well, with that being said, you guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. I was about to say something else just like this. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.